What's going on, everybody? Blazing here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today we're going to be talking about something going wrong with Arena, right? I haven't seen it done myself, but boosting has been a problem for the longest time in Arena. And I don't like to get caught up on drama, but I think it is something that should be addressed. And, you know, it's just not right. Let's put it that way, right? It should be whatever the account or whatever the clan that is currently going to try to push for a trophy, that's what it should be. Not let's purposely lose to somebody or let's boost somebody, whatever. Now, I'm not going to call out any particular person in this video. I'm just going to be reacting to what Sheeny said and kind of give you my thoughts, whether he's right or wrong, and we'll go from there. So let's take a quick look.
What's up, guys? I'm not really the best drama person in the right content creator community.
Also, I did speed this up a little
bit used to be filled with people
slower.
like Stu Gaming and Murdering and others that used to create great content around it. But those people aren't here today, and this topic is actually very personal to me. Basically, my entire channel started around this, and I started making videos basically to deter this and speak against it. And that topic is cheating in Platinum Arena. Sadly, this week on Monday, we had this kind of incident where a certain player or a couple different players boosted each other's to win the trophy. And not only did they successfully do it and win the trophy, which they wouldn't have otherwise, but also they happened to stream themselves doing it, so they kind of exposed themselves. And there has been many accusations about this before, and some pretty strong evidence from pictures of battle logs and other people posting faked battle logs and so on, which is, by the way, why always on my reset videos I always post my battle logs and even timestamp them, because it used to be integral part for me to try to deter it. But anyway, so these players got caught cheating this time, and they did win trophy.
So anytime I've done any sort of reset videos, I've always shown the reset logs. I don't edit those videos out. I always put them as is to make sure people aren't speculating of anything. Granted, I'm not, in the top 10, top 20. Usually I rank somewhere within the 50 to 150 area. But that is one of those things where just being upfront, show your logs. There's no problem.
And I need to speak up about this, and hopefully we can get some community outrage. And I don't mean outrage in that you flame these people that cheated. I mean that Plarium could easily fix these loopholes that allow people to cheat in Platinum Arena. And this might not be the most relevant topic for most players in the game. You're probably not able to compete for the trophy. I can't do it either. But it is still something.
Agreed. I'm in the same boat. Some of these Kraken accounts we can't even touch. It's even with my account being the way it is, there's just so many better accounts out there that got really no shot of doing anything. So but there's conversations to be had about how this can get better. Matter of fact, me and Sheeny just did one earlier, and yeah, probably go watch that. It's a lot of fun chatting with him.
Interesting, and we kind of should keep it as fair as possible within the limits of whaling and having equal accounts, but you know what I mean. The main selling point of PvP is that it's competitive, and if people are allowed to cheat and get away with it and the company doesn't do anything about it, then it's kind of bleak for the PvP scene, and there isn't really much point for players to try to compete and get better and so on. But if we quickly take a look at this clip, and I want to say it again, don't go harass these people, that is not my intention.
Yeah, don't do exactly what he's saying. Don't go showing hate to any of these people or anything like that. It may have just been an honest mistake, or it may not. We don't know. We weren't present. Everything we're giving for information, or everything we're getting for information, is kind of speculated. But he does go later on to show some things that may change our minds.
But we are gonna expose them and name and shame them and talk about this. It is kind of funny that they did stream themselves doing it, but let's quickly take a look at it. So basically what happened here is that there is this person in ET, and ET definitely doesn't support cheating. Let's just put it that way. Scratch already said that he doesn't support this, and this was obviously...
He did. Content creator Chad, he went off on it, saying, nope, not something that is supported in my my clan, or something that he supports himself. Cheating is not a good feeling. Not a good feeling, you know?
Done without consulting him. But this player, who's called a streamer named Neve, he was basically losing to his friend in ET. And this gets a bit confusing, but this player who is not doing the cheating, he's a player from IPR. We can look at his account later. But he's from IPR, and he's playing on an ET account, which is something that people do a lot in Top Platinum Arena, so that they have a better account and they can be competitive.
Yeah, you know, that pointing this out, Plarium, change the damn time. Really, make it on a Saturday or, you know, Friday night. Because a lot of people would love to push plat. I would love to push plat myself. Unfortunately for me, I can't a lot of the times because it's just that late. Sometimes I have a driver that does it for me. You know, to be able to keep my account up there in arena, to be able to keep things going and you know, looking at what the meta has shifted and stuff like that and seeing what people have. Just change the damn time. Change the date. Something.
Something that I personally, for instance, choose to not do, and I want to play on my own account, even though I definitely could play with many mad accounts and other accounts, and many people have been very friendly to give me the opportunity to do it, but personally I want to play with my own account, but playing with other people's account by itself isn't against the rules, but what you will see here is definitely cheating. So he's playing on this other account that isn't his own account, and now he's looking at the leaderboard, and he sees that let's actually pause there. He sees that his friend is checking up the rankings, and you can see that he specifically clicks on the ET Pistolinha, who is the person that he's about to boost. This is like 5 minutes left of the reset. And the person, by the way, who would have won if this cheating didn't happen is Octuven from CHQ. And I'm really sorry for him about this. And I really hope that Plarium would consider and manually give him the trophy instead, because he's the one that ended up winning this reset, or would have if they didn't cheat. But he looks up the leaderboard, it's a couple minutes left of reset. You can even see the timeline on his video that there's 5 minutes left. He finds this Pistolinha person. He's this guy, ET Dev, but that isn't his own actual personal account. But he's looking to find her, and when he does, now he's frantically trying to spread this. And as you can see, he has his cursor here on the top right screen, because he's basically trying to speed.
All right, so Shini, I gotta call you out on this, man. We can't see the cursor because you're blocking it, unfortunately. But if we, you know, go look at the clip, if it's still up, I'm sure we'll see it there. But yeah, he did kind of scroll down a little too quick looking for that account. And it looks a little suspicious, yeah.
Run the boosting, and he's instantly gonna leave the fight and port fate, because there was no intention here to actually fight the person. And you might say that this looks very sus, but this clip enough to like cleanly say that he did.
Yeah, that doesn't bode very well. And he's going to go on to make an argument later on about, I don't know if Sheeny says this in the video, but Nevs does come out and say, you know, it was just an accident. I wasn't used to not hitting ET people. I guess my argument to that would be is if that was the case, why not just leave the fight open? Because they wouldn't have lost anything as long as the fight ended after reset, right? That's kind of my argument right there. Because if you're looking to not, let's say, you know, make this look like you're boosting, and just keep the fight open, wait till reset happens. But, you know, it looks like he's just kind of waiting for reset to finish. And he doesn't take on any more fights, which, again, can seem a little bit not in his favor.
Cheat, but his entire thing was caught on his stream, and like this is only a clip of it. The entire thing is on Twitch, and probably is going to be later removed, I assume. But now we have the evidence on this video as well. Here is a couple minutes later at the end of the reset, just so you can see. And he was actually on Discord call with the same person, so they were in the same clan and they are friends and so on. But of course, he could have accidentally attacked him and then left the fight, though we could see on the clip that he was intentionally searching for her and looking what points she was on the leaderboards and so on, and instantly left the fight and didn't try to win. But now this is on his stream at the end of the reset. Now he's collecting the trophy and like sharing it in his clan that everybody does. And then he's gonna go to their voice call, where she is in the call with the same person who he intentionally lost to, which is this person. It's the first person here, the Vado Pistolinha. That's the person that he lost to. They are in the same call, so there's zero chance that anybody can call that this was accident and he just accidentally attacked her, who he is in call with and is her friend, who ended up winning. And also, you will later see in pictures that he did admit to cheating as well, but we will get into it. But here is definitive proof that he definitely was cheating. He's literally on voice call with this person, and now they are gonna celebrate their victory. Let's skip this. Like you can see he's smiling and so on. Let's skip a couple frames. We can see now, so the person that won is sharing their screen, the one that he lost to, and now they're celebrating it. And you know, I don't want to like get too much on the personal characteristics and do a character assassination and so on, but I just wanted to show at the start of the video that there is definitive proof that they cheated and collaborated on purpose. This isn't an accident. Also, you can see on the stream that this Depsinari person, who is talking a lot in his stream, that is the person that actually ended up winning that he was boosting. And one guy in our clan who is TM Surfer, a streamer that you might know, he also speaks Portuguese, so he did translate these and we were talking about it. And of course you can just put the message.
I'm curious. I don't speak Portuguese, but I would definitely love to see the translation to this, is what it states.
It is in the Google Translate, but let me see if I actually, yeah. In these pictures, actually, she thanked him for boosting and so on, so there's a little bit of more evidence about it. If it wasn't clear enough already that this actually happened and there's no question about it, here is some screenshots from the person in question, not the one that won, but the one that was doing the boosting and streaming. This was in content creator chat when I brought this issue up, but here is what he said to me. It was a lot longer conversation, but I think these parts is basically...
It was very, very long. I lost track of it about halfway through. I had to go back and reread it.
The ones that are there. Without me reading hundreds of lines of text, here we go. Shinny, you are so bothered by this that it seems like Panda didn't win 16 trophies by doing this. You are so worried that it seems like you lost money in addition to the trophy. And of course I wasn't competing for the trophy, my account is not good enough, but he's basically indirectly here admitting to doing it. Like, his argument is that Panda did it many times, allegedly. He didn't stream himself doing it.
Okay, so I wanna address this because a lot of people are gonna say, well, I'm in Pandas. First of all, I'm no longer in Pandas. Okay, you can see here, no clan, no nothing. I've recently left, so doing this doesn't benefit me in any sort of way to support the clan or push the clan. Allegedly. Now, I've had multiple conversations on this subject with Murder Inc., with Sheeny, with Panda. I've asked for the information to come to me to make the judgment, to come out public with it. I've never gotten anything. The excuses I'm getting kind of from both sides is it's so long ago, I don't have them. I can't be bothered with it. But the drama's still there. Again, allegedly was done, and he'll go into the video and kind of talk a little more about it. But from what I've seen, from what I've been in during reset times, this isn't something I've seen. This isn't something I participated in whatsoever.
So there has been a lot of accusations about it, but we can't prove it, but many people think that Panda did it many times. So why would I be bothered about him doing it once? But the issue here is that if...
Again, can't be proven. I've asked multiple people. I've even offered Panda to come out on the channel and give us his side of the story. And I've even offered Murder Inc. time to kind of discuss this and provide the evidence. You know, let's clear the air. Let's cut the crap out and let's put it out there. What actually happened, but nothing yet.
One guy does it, then somebody else also cheats, and when everybody is cheating a little bit, then somebody is cheating a bit more. And then we get to the point where Conclave is selling the trophies for $1,000 or whatever, and the game is screwed, so I kind of hope that Plarium does something about it. But here is...
For anybody that doesn't know, Conclave was a clan back, way back, where they were, you know, you wanted to buy yourself a trophy, you spend $1,000, and they completely lose to you. Yeah.
Something else that he also said, boosting would be bad if I had given 10 victories, giving 100 points to the account. Stop crying, Shinny.
So real quick on that. That's not the way it works. Only a certain amount of your losses can actually boost the account, right? So if he had lost to them 10 times, it would have only given him points. I believe it's for 2 or 3 losses, and the losses wouldn't have been that much. This is how it used to work back before Plarium fixed it, but not anymore.
Because he only lost to him once, by the way, which was enough to make the difference between the winner being rank 1 or being rank 3, that it's not a big deal. So he's basically trying to justify the cheating, making excuses for it. He isn't even pretending anymore that it didn't happen. So just to point this out, that even if I'm making this drama video and maybe being slightly toxic, there's no question about it that he did do it. He himself have admitted to it at this point, and we...
It does. There's a kind of a borderline right there, and it does sound like he admits to it, but there's a difference between saying yes, I did it, and you know, there's more conversation that happened to this again, where there was, you know, Nevs did come out and say, listen, this was just an accident. I'm pushing on somebody else's account. I wasn't aware that I can't hit. I was in a different mindset. And so, you know, that part wasn't shown on this, which should have been.
We need to bring this up so that Plarium does something about this, and this doesn't happen anymore. We could easily fix this in many ways, so it is better to highlight it than not do it. I remember in the past when people like BGE or Stu Gaming did some videos about cheating, and it might have resulted in some bad consequences to them, but it did bring...
What he's talking about there is Cheat Engine, and that was completely against the TOS. It was... I'm not going to go too specific into it, but it's just... It was allowing you to increase the frame rates of doing things in game, and allowing you to, you know, take on fights faster, right? Which, again, altering how the game is played via any third party that can give you more of a competitive edge is against TOS.
Awareness to the issue, and Plarium ended up trying to fix it. Or like how the last time when we had the big cheating scandal, back when Conclave was publicly selling the trophies, when the CCs made videos about it, then eventually Plarium realized that it's a big issue and PR problem, and they did something about it. But basically what happened is that they lost to their friend's defense team at the end of the Platinum Arena reset, and that was enough for his friend to win and collect the trophy. And that is definitely a flaw in the game that Plarium could easily rectify if they wanted to.
Yeah, so it looked like it was like 7 points difference between them, but I'm not sure if Constant was in the top when he showed earlier by like 40-50 points, how the guy from CHQ would have won. It seemed like Constant had some higher gap in points, though.
By the way, this is the actual person, the streamer, that committed the act of cheating. But
I'm going to call it allegedly because we don't have all the information out here, right? There is a little more information that was put out there in content creator chat that should have been given out in this video, right?
Many of you might not know because this is kind of years ago, but there used to be this Russian clan called Conclave. I think it might actually still exist nowadays, but it's a lot smaller than it used to. But they literally had a website where they were selling rank 1 trophies. I think it was like $1,000 or $2,000 or something. I forget about it, but it was so blatant that it became a meme, and many content creators made videos about it and did other campaigns to try to raise awareness that Plarium would stop it. And eventually Plarium did kind of try to fix it, and they made several adjustments to it. This is like 4 years ago, so some of the details I don't completely remember, and I might forget some parts. But basically what happened is that Murdering and some other people boosted themselves just to show the point. Plarium ended up changing the game so that you can't lose to the same player multiple times in a row, and them gaining points from every fight. Now I think you can only do one fight every 10 minutes or so, and the player gains points, or something like this. You can't do multiple fights in a row, or you can, but they will not.
Correct. Which is why when Nevs earlier said, you know, it would have been cheating if I lost 10 fights, then the point system doesn't work that way anymore, right?
Gain points from the wins, but even still, on the top of the Platinum Arena reset, it only takes a couple. If you are somebody that is competing for top 10, many of these people are often between like a couple fights away from each other, and getting 3 wins in defense can be the difference between rank 20 and rank 1. And
True.
these clans or players colluding and doing this basically strips the point of competition and kind of any thread of like sportsmanship and actual competition. This has been accused of other people several times in the past. Specifically, the leader of Sacred Pandas, Panda, he has been accused of this many times, but he doesn't stream and people don't really have literal evidence of him doing it.
Again, I've accused, I've asked for the information. I want to bring any of this BS that is out there, because if cheating is done, it should be exposed. But I can tell you, as somebody that spent my time there, I was there for a year, maybe a little bit longer, almost 2. This was not something I had been aware of. This is not something that I would have supported, or if I had known that this was going on, as a content creator myself, I would have left and I would have said, see ya. That's not it.
Even though there is kind of secondary evidence of Panda posting battle logs where he removes some battles that other people from their own battle logs are able to provide, and we know that he was like specifically editing those pictures and trying to make them look like they were unedited, with some of the parts taken away from them. But let's not get too much into that. Like, there has been people...
Again, I'm gonna put this as a call out right there. If somebody has those logs, share them with me. I would love to see them. I would love to make sure that if cheating is going on, it's exposed, because it shouldn't be, right? So anybody out there that has them, in the description below is my link for Discord. Just send them to me.
People accused of cheating like this in the past, and people will definitely keep doing so unless Plarium does something about it. And you guys can tell me what Plarium should do about it. I kind of wanted to bring this issue up, but either they could make it so that you just can't gain points from your clanmates losing to your defense. And there's other ways. One other thing that many people would want to have, which I'm kind of honestly, I support as well, that would be blind arena, so that you can choose.
So I'm gonna cut it off right here, but basically everything else he talks about down the line is things that me and him talked in the collaboration we did about trying to improve arena. Now, let's talk about the cheating, or the accused cheating. There's a little more conversation that was partaking in that. So, Sheeny, first thing, I think you should have probably brought out a little more of the conversation. I actually invite both Nevs and Sheeny to come out on the channel and have a conversation with me about this. So they're both welcome. Go hit them up on their channels and say, hey, let's air this out. Because, you know, we should hold people accountable if they're doing it. Now, again, I'm going to stick to this as being accused and not actually cheating. It may have been an honest mistake on Nevs, right? If he just pushed on somebody else's account and wasn't really aware of what's going on. You know, not aware of what's going on, but not in the mindset of not hitting that person in particular clans. Because again, in the top end, I mean, it really, you know, when I spent my time in SP, it was, I'm going after mad players, you know, mad's going after SP or IPR or vice versa. It's the top clans trying to go for the trophy. So everyone's attacking, you know, those clans, which again is a problem. And we gave some valid ways that Plarium could fix this. But it's all about not which person, but which clan is going to win Plat Arena. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. You know, does it look like cheating? I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. As always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. I'll catch you guys on the next one.